What's up, Stu?
Hey, Jim.
It's a new month. It's a new day, a new
Yeah.
dawn.
Days are
Hey,
getting longer. Almost feels like spring, except for it's 20
not.
something degrees.
Yeah, except it's not. Um, hey, so this month we're talking all about lead gen and lead magnets and all that good stuff. So let's start off with the definition. All right. What's a lead magnet, Stu?
um, you know what, Jim? I
Uh-huh.
I am not very well versed in lead magnets. I think I do them,
Uh-huh.
but as you know, to come up with a definition, I would say they would be something that helps me build my list.
Okay.
Right?
It-
It is. It can be an email. It can be a social media post. It could be a link on my article. To help me build more leads, and it's bringing people to me. Yeah.
Okay. So don't treat this like pass fail. It's like, oh my God, he asked me a question. Um, that was pretty good. I mean, a
Okay.
lead
Thanks.
magnet is a thing, okay,
Hmm.
that that well, this is supposed to be like a little lightning bolt. This is like a really crappy magnet. That basically attracts people, pulls them in, and gets them at a minimum to give you their email address.
Right.
And depending on the quality of the lead magnet, the issue at stake, they can give you their email, they can give you their name. Some people will give you their phone number, um, physical address. Okay. It,
Credit
it
card.
just it just
Yeah.
well, yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
typically a lead magnet, if we're going to get into the definitions,
It's a
a,
pre-customer
a
phase.
lead magnet is pretty much something typically that's free. Okay. Now, there's another closely related thing that has been called many things, but you may be familiar with something called a tripwire.
Mm.
What do you think the difference is between a lead magnet and a tripwire? Now, somebody who probably is like, oh man, well, I was going over the beach as a Navy
Something.
SEAL, and I
Something.
had this C4 strapped to my chest, and I had this clacker, and Alden said to me, "Go ahead, Stu, go up there and do it." And you were like, "You first." What do you think a tripwire is compared to a lead magnet?
um, I would say it's something similar, but it actually induces a purchase.
Perfect. Stop
Yeah.
right there.
Okay.
Perfect. It is literally all of the above, okay, plus money. And typically it's going to be somewhere between, $5 and $20. So this is where you see your shipping and handling offer. This is going to be where, pay, cost and I'll cover the shipping.
Right.
Okay, it's isn't that funny how you could say, hey, I'll pay for you pay for the book, I'll pay for the shipping, or you pay for the shipping and I'll send you the book for free. Either way, you're going to give me $9, which depending on where you live and the cost of the book, that's going to cover everything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, but that's typically the difference. And which one do you think is better?
Hmm.
Which one gives you a better chance at having a good customer?
Dang, good question. I don't know. I would think the tripwire would because they're already pulled out
Paying
the
you money.
wallet.
Yeah. Yeah. Even
Hmm.
if it's 5 or 10 or $20, I have found from my own personal experience that someone who buys something like this, as opposed to somebody who requests something free, is this person ultimately over time is anywhere between 5 and 20 times more profitable than a free person.
Interesting.
And if you think about it, it's that old thing of people tend to do what they've always done. So if somebody's willing to pay you money, even a small amount of money, it's much more likely that they're going to pay you money in the future if you make them a value proposition that makes them say yes. Okay. So there's a lot of people out there who are spreading, I don't know, I'm not going to say it's BS, but I'd really like to talk about what's working now as opposed to maybe what worked 20, 25 years ago and how that impacts what you're trying to get done. All right. Does that
Okay.
sound like
Yeah,
something
yeah,
fun? Okay.
yeah.
So put yourself 20 years ago. What would be something that you would typically think would be a good lead magnet?
20 years ago.
20, 25 years ago. Good
Ooh,
lead magnet.
a postcard
No, that's
in
not
the
a lead
mail.
magnet. No,
Um,
that's not.
um,
Now, remember, they're requesting something. They're opting in
right.
for something.
Opting in for something.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I would say email because everybody loved emails in 2002.
Okay, great.
You know,
So, number one, join my email list. That
I mean,
that actually worked really well 25 years ago. And 30 years ago, it worked really well because people, hey, I figured out this email thing. I know how to send email. I know how to receive email. Nobody's sending me an email. Let me sign up for somebody to send me some email. Okay.
seemed like a logical play.
100%. And literally, this was the call to action. Join my email list. And if you really wanted to get sexy, you could tell them something like join my priority notification list.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Here's another one that worked really well 25, 30 years ago. Get a free chapter of my book, or get the first 3 chapters free, whatever. Okay. That worked really well to get people on your list and then following up to get them to buy your ebook or book. Neither one of these work real well anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Mainly because who the hell would sign up for this? There are billion-dollar companies out there that are all around not having email show up in your box. And it's a lot of it's email you freaking signed up for and you're too lazy to go in and click the unsubscribe button.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay. Free chapter of my book. How many ebooks have you bought or downloaded that you never ever
There's a few.
read?
There's a few.
Okay. And if it's inherent on them reading that free chapter to then want the rest of the book, well, you might as well just put the cobwebs on your own ass because it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. So this isn't a good one. Now, what are some other things you guys can tell us in the chat? Another one that used to work really well that people still do, that I'm not saying it's not going to work, but free ebook or free report or the other one is free white paper.
Yeah.
Which basically is geek code for a really freaking boring ebook. A white paper is a really boring ebook. And what do all of these have in common? You're pitching the thing. In other words, you're offering the thing. The thing is, hey, you can be on my email list. I'm going to send you emails. You can get a free chapter of my book. I'm going to send you a chapter of my book. You can get a free ebook or free report on this topic. I'm going to send you the ebook or the free report. I'm going to get you a free white paper on this whatever tech specs or whatever. The problem is that all of these are pushing what it is. Okay, I'm getting really elementary here, but this is actually simpler than you think to think about. Okay, what are you trying to get people to opt in for? Okay. No one wants to join your list. No one wants the free chapter of your book. Nobody wants a free ebook or the free report or the white paper. No one wants it. They've got their entire hard drive is full of this shit they've been downloading for decades now. Okay. Basic marketing.
Mm.
Don't sell what it is, sell what it
Does.
does. Right. Okay. So, and what it does means you're helping them to solve a problem or satisfy a desire. Okay. So, solve problem, satisfy a desire. What does that mean? It means we're selling them what it does. But if we're trying to get somebody, the purpose of the lead magnet, ultimately, Stu, what's the purpose of the lead magnet?
To get more email for your list.
Okay. To
Potential
get
customers.
qualified lead to find potential customers.
Yeah.
It's to start the sales process, not just dump people on a list. It's
Right.
easy to get people on the list.
Yeah.
If I put something out there that said, hey, I'll give you everything I ever made my whole life. Just opt in. I'll give you free access to all my software forever. Just opt in. I can get people on there, but ain't nobody going to ever buy anything really. Okay. So solve a problem, satisfy a desire. Does that mean you have to solve all their problems or satisfy all their desires, Stu?
Nope. Just one.
Okay. So if we were looking at what you're doing, what's one of the number one things people want to know when it comes from Stu Smith, when it comes to calisthenics?
Mastering a particular exercise or an event.
Which one? Which one?
Fitness test.
Okay. So
any military fitness test.
okay.
PST
And
specifically.
okay. You have books on that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So ultimately you want to sell somebody a book on how to pass fitness test. So now here's the key. When you go to the doctor, would you go to the doctor because you had a fever?
Probably not. It depends.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
If it was 105, probably yes.
You have a sit. No, then the one-way camper comes and gets you. You have a symptom.
Yes.
So, for example, I found you because I wanted to increase my pull-ups.
Right.
Okay. And I found you through social media. Okay. Then I followed through social media. I found your website. I found a YouTube video that you've done called the Pull Up Push, I think.
Yep.
And it was a 2-week thing to increase your pull-ups. And you say, don't do this more than every 6 months. And then once every 6 months. And then I saw some chucklehead that said they'd done it for like 10 weeks in a row and hurt their shoulder. And everybody's like, hey, dumbass. He said only to do it, for 2 weeks. And then you'd only do this a couple times a year.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is I had a symptom. I had a thing. I showed up at your website and I'm like, I don't want to buy his book. He does coaching. I signed up for your coaching and called you 10 minutes later. And you're like, dude, calm down. I'll send you something. And here we are. So the thing is, you had something that satisfied what kind of a desire? And my immediate desire.
Yeah.
Okay. As opposed to what would be considered more of a medium-term goal. Because no matter how stupid they are, they kind of know I'm not going to be able to pass the FBI. If I'm fat and sitting on the couch and, endurance for me is going to the refrigerator and back with 2 beers instead of 1, it's going to take a little while. Okay. So an immediate desire, immediate problem might be, losing 10 pounds, lose your first 10 pounds or do whatever. So the key with all of this, because you're like, this all sounds good, Jim, but what the hell are you talking about? The best lead magnets slash
Tripwire.
tripwires solve an immediate problem immediately, like
Hmm.
as fast as possible. Because the whole thing is that we want to get these people a result with a capital R.
Mm-hmm.
If you get people a result, they'll keep going through your process. If they don't get a result, if all you're doing is adding to the stack of crap that they already have, you're just getting somebody on the list. You have to move the needle for them. You don't have to move it all the way. You just have to move it to the point they're like, you know what? Shit. 2 weeks ago, I could do 6 pull ups, and 2 weeks later, now I can do 10.
Mm.
Heck yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe this guy has something else that can help me. And if you've been following up properly, they should already know what the hell else the next thing is. So stop thinking in terms of what ebook can I do? What thing can I give them? It's what immediate problem can I solve for them that creates momentum for the rest of what I've got for them? What immediate desire can I satisfy that makes them want the rest of what I've got or the next step? And how can I get them that result as fast as possible despite themselves,
Yeah.
and communicate with them in a way that will move them through the process? That's why challenges work well, like 1-day challenges, 2-day, 3-day, however you structure. There's a bunch of different ways to structure them. But the bottom line is you bring somebody in, you challenge them to take some action, you measure where they are versus where you get them to, and then you pitch the crap out of them to do the next thing. And there's all kinds of social stuff and other things in there. That's why those work, because ultimately you're satisfying, you're moving the needle for them. And I mean, for whatever reason, that's been stuck in my head for a couple. It's like everything. Can I move the needle? Move the needle. It's like everybody forever was saying, at the end of the day, it means this. At the end of the day, it means this. When all is said and done, at the end of the day, it means that. It's like annoying as shit. But moving the needle just a little bit and then showing them that you move the needle. So, and that's part of it. If you can build it in, hey, let's measure where you are. Now do this one thing. Now let's measure where you are now and look how far you've come in just this little bit of time. It's kind of like when I did it, that's one of the reasons why you build in testing into what you're doing. At least you used to. I mean, you haven't given me a test in a while. You're like, I don't want the dude to know where he is. But
Well,
I'm
I've
kidding.
been, yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Yes.
But if you don't test, you don't know how far you've come or what you're doing.
Right.
And then another thing that you can do is, and this is getting way out there, but I don't care. Okay, remember a couple, 3 weeks ago, we talked about if you really want to grab people's attention, you need to challenge a belief or reinforce a belief or show them where something they hold near and dear is a big deal. Okay, that's important as well. Is if you can pull in, if you can change their belief about what they're capable of, and if right along with that is if you can affect their identity.
Mm.
If you can identity, that says identity. Just take
Okay.
my word for it.
Gotcha.
Okay, that means identity. But if you can affect beliefs and identity even a little bit, like, hey, you know what? I might actually be someone who could be in shape, or at least a moderately in shape person. And I am someone who can follow an exercise program. All of a sudden, even that little bit, you've opened the window And if you're showing them, hey, there's more to it, and it's a grease shoot, just follow me, all of a sudden that lead is turning into a customer really fast, as opposed to some chucklehead who signed up for something and never bought something from you, and now you're pissed because then you're kicking rocks and this shit doesn't work.
Mhm.
And I know that's a lot, but if you don't take anything else, solve an immediate little problem, solve an immediate little desire for somebody, promise that you can do that, and then actually deliver on it when they sign up and get the thing, whatever it is. Could be a checklist, could be a 5-minute video, could be a webinar, could be a 15-minute consultation with you, whatever it is. Instead of immediately launching into a pitch, get them a little result, move that needle a little bit, and you'd be amazed at how they're like, holy crap, this person's really amazing and cool. And as I look back over time, and you look at people who've come on the scene and people that stick around, as opposed to people who are flash in the pan and then disappear, it's the people who actually showed up, share value, get people results, and then stick around. Those are the people that last, as opposed to the people who show up and it sounds good and they do a big product launch, and then within a year you never hear about them again. So I've done a lot of talking this week, Stu. Give me some thoughts on all this stuff and how you might apply this to your business.
When you started explaining it a little more detail and what it actually is doing, I got the idea, and I was going to run this past you. So you remember my school platform I'm growing? Got 100 people on there now. It's been about a month. It's not bad. It's growing. It's a nice little community. I'm thinking about offering, and I'll post this. I'll tell everybody on the school platform, hey, you're a member. You get a free ebook for being a member. Right? Pick it, email me here. I'll send you a free ebook. I was thinking about offering that same thing on my other social medias. If you join, you get a free ebook of your choice. Go to Stu Smith Fitness, check out all the ebooks. I'll send you an ebook. Because once I get one ebook, it's an advertisement for all the others and my coaching and everything else. So it is a virtual lead magnet to a degree.
I can. What is the purpose of it though? What's
just
the
to grow
purpose?
grow the community over there. Get more people on it, because it is kind of cool. With the the amount of things that I can do over there, and it has access to, and it's got its own little store, and that is moving, and so it's just
I don't know that I would give away that ebook. I wouldn't give away ebooks you're already selling. So here's immediately what comes to mind. A couple things that just
give away an ebook that I don't sell.
Give away an ebook that you don't sell.
Okay.
Make an offer of like a buy one, get one. So rather than giving away a free ebook, you get a free ebook when you buy an ebook. So buy one, get one.
Okay.
You could also do a 50% off coupon, which I'm not huge on. Okay. What you want to do is make people an offer that they can't really find anywhere else.
Okay.
So that it's a new offer, as opposed to basically giving away stuff that you're selling. I wouldn't do that. I would add value, or I would position it in such a way that they have to pay full boat for something and they get something else.
Okay.
So what else could you do? You could do a special closed door webinar where you're
Over
going
on
to,
school. Yeah.
yeah, which is you could do mental, you've forgotten more about mental toughness than most people ever. Okay. So here are the 10 things that BUDS candidates who pass do mentally that the ones who don't do mentally. And that's it's a terrible thing, but just follow me here,
I
okay?
understand. Yeah. Yeah.
And how you can apply that to not only selection but also civilian life. So I'm sure you could rattle off what the 10 things are, and then you could say, okay, so how do you apply this in selection? Well, obviously, blah 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 blah. But now, if you're an entrepreneur, a professional, if you work in an office, how can you apply this? And that would have a hell of a lot of value that would then lead to you being able to make an offer for your bundle, your mental toughness bundle.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of, in those kinds of situations, never discount, always add value that isn't available anywhere else.
Okay.
Because as soon as you do that, you're like Go Ruck, where I've never paid full price for anything, and I'll wait 6 months until they do their next Christmas in July sale, because
Yeah.
I know they will.
Yeah.
So that's the way I would look at that. So now all of a sudden, here's what you could do. You go out and you make an offer to your entire list of, hey, I'm going to be teaching this class that ultimately I'm going to sell for $97. Okay.
Ah.
You tell
Nice.
everybody
Nice.
in your main audience, go join the school community, and by joining the school community by this date, you get a ticket to that, which I'm going to sell for $97. Everybody who's already in the school community, you let them know, hey, I'm doing
Free.
this,
Yep.
and you're going to get it for free. And since you're already a school community member, I'm going to give you a 50% off coupon for, I don't know, the mental toughness book or something, for that's good for a week.
Hmm.
And it's the week before you actually do. So that coupon runs out the day before you're going to do the presentation. So
Okay.
now everybody's on a level playing field. Then you do that presentation and you make an offer on that presentation for a bundle deal related to all the never quit mindset stuff. So you've isolated everybody, you've created a really cool product that if you do it right, you can then sell it on Stu Smith Fitness for $97. Whether
Yeah.
anybody ever buys it or not, who gives a shit? What it is that you follow through and people, oh yeah, he's actually selling that for $97.
I like
And
it.
so that's what I would do.
No,
Because
I'm on it.
So anyway,
Say no more, Jim.
no more.
I'm on it.
Feel like the Raven, no more. Cool. So that was interesting because I'm not even sure we were supposed to talk about this today, but that was just thinking to sum up the difference between a lead magnet versus lead magnets of old versus lead magnets of today. Nobody's signing up for the thing. They're signing up for the result.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they're signing up for an immediate result they can get immediately. Then the difference is it good enough that I'm going to give it away for free, or I'm going to charge a few bucks for it? Then where does it fit in my overall sales strategy process? And how can I use it to automatically move people to the next step? Because see, here's the thing with that example of the 10 things that successful BUDS candidates do that unsuccessful ones don't. I know that's not maybe the best thing, but and how you can apply it to from selection to the boardroom to the office. that isn't going to teach most of what you teach inside of Never Quit Mindset. It's going to be more, this is what they do that these other ones don't, but you're not going to be teaching how to do it. It's going to be a yin and yang type presentation. It's going to be a what and why type thing, and with a little bit of how put in there. But the real masterclass on how to do this to truly adopt this mindset and make it a way of life is in Never Quit Mindset. And if you really want to take it to the next level, I'll help you come up with a personalized plan and blah, 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 and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And a certain percentage of people are like, hell yeah, I don't want to read the book. I just want to get on with Stu and have him tell me how to be awesome. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's a good summary.
I would agree.
Cool. All right. Awesome. All right, everybody. Well, if you are not a member of CopyandContent.AI yet, you should be. And if you want to get in shape, because it's not, even though it's February, I mean, it's still not too late to get in shape. Another couple of weeks is probably too late, and you have to wait till 2027. Just saying.
Okay.
Stu's like, no, you don't have to do that. Head on over to StuSmithFitness.com. You can find out about what Stu does. Everything from getting physically fit to mentally fit. I'm Jim Edwards.
Stu Smith.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.